Welcome to Gaming on a Budget. Today we bring you Mysterium, a cooperative, let's call it deduction game for, how many players?
2 to 7.
Is it 2 to 7? Okay, I was wanting to say 2 to 6, but that didn't sound right. For 2 to 7 players, wherein you will be psychics attempting to solve a murder mystery, or the victim of said murder mystery. Now, in Mysterium, we will be attempting to deduce through our visions the person, place, and thing that are pivotal to solving the crime. Not necessarily, the murder weapon or, murderer even, as I understand it, but, the pivotal elements to solving the crime. Because there's a few of these objects that just seem odd for killing someone. Like the box. I guess you could hit someone with a box. Seems a bit unwieldy, but okay. Anyway, so we will be doing that by receiving and interpreting visions that the ghost will provide for us. Visions like, say, this here. Now, if, let's say there was, a hunter character that one of the investigators needed to find, this might be an appropriate vision card for the ghost to provide that character. Arrows and targets and all that, seems like something a hunter would do. But really, it all comes down to trying to interpret the ghost's message to you. First, we will be looking at, here they are. We'll be looking at a row of character cards, different people with, different backgrounds and different things in the background of their card. Here's some examples here. We have what appears to be a doctor, maybe a seamstress, possibly a driver. They're not labeled. It's all very visual in this game, which, by the way, makes the language dependence basically 0. I can't think of any actual reading other than the rule book you do in this game.
There isn't?
Yeah, as long as you can find the rules in your language, you can play this game.
And count to at least 6.
Yes, basic counting often helps in board games. Anyway, so once everyone has correctly identified their person, they'll move on to trying to identify their location and then their object. If before 7 rounds, tracked by this cool clock here, have elapsed, all of the players have identified their person, their place, and their thing, they'll move on to a final round in which it will be determined which of those paths, which of those combinations of 3 is correct, because only one can be. Oh, excuse me. Oh my. Anyway, so most of this is going to make a lot more sense to see it in action than to try and explain it. So we'll try and make sure to narrate effectively as we play. We're going to give you a real, perspective on this. You will be, camera wife. You will know what camera wife knows. You'll see what camera wife sees and not a thing more. So, you get to kind of play along with us, see if you can.
Well, a little bit of what my fellow investigators would see.
Well, but that's what you see.
Yeah.
Remember, it's a co-op, and all of us investigators are working together. Because we win or lose as a team. So, I'd say that's about enough preamble there. So, let's get on over to playing, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video, because there's really not much here. So, watch the gameplay. That's the important part.